Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more Zero Hour and welcome back to a replay cast. Today we've got a 1v1 match between Firearm and NubName. So we're on Arctic Lagoon. So yeah, not going to be a super top level game, I imagine. This is not the Boikers and the sizes and the Xcal, but every replay is not going to be always the same place. So sometimes we are going to venture a little bit further and see, I wouldn't say super low level, but we're going to see lower level than the top tier, for example, sometimes. So yeah, we've got here Firearm playing as the China Infantry, and he is in the north as the red color, and then we've got in the south NubName as the blue, and he is playing as the GLA vanilla. So yeah, we've got a forward supply from Firearm on the right hand side, and he's going to be sending a truck all the way down here to try and crush some workers. I think he's going to succeed as well because there's no terrorists here from NubName. And in the back of the base he's got a war factory up and a sneaky worker who's gone all the way across the map and actually just building a tunnel YOLO in the back of Firearm's base. The truck has caused some damage, but actually he could have actually gone in there and denied this whole supply and got him on one supply straight away, but actually the truck chose to go back. Truck is now coming forward again, but now it's going to be a little bit too late because the tunnel is already going to be complete. We've got tank hunters being produced on this side and a flamer produced from the war factory. Truck's going to go down without achieving anything. I don't know if he killed the worker or not. I don't think so. No, because the worker is there. So the worker was saved and that was saved. So yeah, a bit of a missed opportunity there from Firearm. We've got Flamer over here by the oil. He has missed. Let's just see on his vision. He can't see that at all, you see. Unless he builds an outpost, he's not going to be able to see that at all. So yeah, we've got the sneaky tunnel here. On the left side, this Flamer is probably going to go down. Got a tunnel garrison buildings here, and the Flamer just go down, detonates the explosive barrels there. And then we've got Flamer and two tank hunters here in the middle. This building has been occupied, and now his main base, Firearms war factory, is in danger. Flamer going to come over there and probably do a flame wall. Yeah, a lot of RPGs died there. Kind of key in kind of taking infantry out, so you want to try and save them where possible. The one quad here is going to be able to take out Flamer. Got an oil capture coming through for NubName. I really like that, the fast oil capture. The only thing I would like to see from NubName so far was a faster terrorist over here to stop that truck rush. But luckily for him, actually Firearm did go back. Got a Flamer here now, and that's probably going to take out the supply and the tunnel. The flame wall could be a little bit better, but I think it probably will kill the tunnel anyway. It can go a little bit closer, I think, but it's going to kill it completely anyway. But he does have the oil, so it's not all completely bad. Flamer here, it does go down to the tunnel and a quad. And then back here, Firearm is now busy dealing with this. Firearm, in case you're wondering who that is, his other name he goes by is Vinayak. You'll sometimes see him on in the YouTube chat and stuff like that. He's one of my moderators. Nice guy, and played with him a few times in free-for-all. He is the guy that always gives the Domi update. So whether I've got one quad or three wraps or two dozers or whatever, you can rely on Vinayak, aka Firearm, to always give you the update. We've got a Ved 2 quad now. Did take out the RPGs though. Yeah, like I said, the RPGs are key to popping open the outpost. Sending flamers here one by one. It's not the greatest. You want to use the outpost as well, which he is now doing. Back here we've got another flamer, but it's going down. Not enough workers collecting here, by the way. It's only 3. But even in like the top level games, we're seeing often only 3 workers collecting. I mean, I've not long finished streaming the Crazy in Size versus Xcal game, and in like one of the games, Crazy was only collecting on 3 workers for pretty much out the whole game. But you see it often even in the top level games. So yeah, so really, if you want to get better, one easy thing to do is just build more workers. I think 7 workers is the maximum you can collect at, or the max efficiency at least. So yeah, highly recommend doing that. So got continued Flamer and RPG push from Firearm. Almost said Vinayak then. Firearm on this right side, living up to his name with the fire, bringing the heat to NubName. 2 oils now collected for NubName, and he has also got a supply here in Firearm's base. But as Rage always said, Mad Rage, one of his biggest tips was if you're ever going to build a supply, always build the tunnel first. Build the tunnel first, secure the area, and then build the supply. Because otherwise things like that happen. And that supply hasn't even probably paid for itself. It's probably cost NubName even money rather than what he's collected. It's probably caused him a loss. Another supply going up here. Again, I would like to see a tunnel drop down instead, but at least he's expanding. I do like it expanding rather than not. So I probably would rather see that than obviously not. So the tunnel goes down there. Another flamer here. He's always doing the flame walls a little bit far back though, and it's not causing the maximum damage. If you go really close to the tunnel, then the tunnel will take more damage. From afar, it doesn't take that much. Flamer here goes down. Oil goes down. Firearm quick to kill that oil. Scorpion rocket upgrade. Don't ever really like that, to be honest. I think quads and RPGs are the primary thing, but I suppose if firearm is just primarily making flamers, then it's probably not all that bad, to be honest. So yeah, actually, I kind of like that. If he's just made that just purely because he's seen so many flamers, then I like it. But otherwise, you wouldn't normally make it against infantry, because infantry will traditionally just be getting full outposts. They mix one flamer in and you have like 2 or 3 outposts. That's probably a better composition than just these flamers, because these flamers can be pricked off pretty easy. Firearm now transitioning into a helix. Cool thing about that little church thing being there is if a technical comes to run him over or whatever, you can just quickly go inside of there. See what I mean about these supplies? It probably hasn't paid for itself again, but he is going to probably defend this and save it. A lot of workers died. Ooh, yeah. Does survive on about 1 or 2 HP. And yeah, that Scorpion there has even got 2 rockets. Powerful, powerful Scorpion. Tank Hunter's going to try and go in one of these buildings, but actually they're going to be out of luck because there's no buildings that they can occupy. That one there is 2 damaged. Would be nice for Firearm to get a flame wall going like here where it can't be hit. They can just flame all of this stuff from behind. This Helix is going to cause big damage though, because he doesn't have just pure quads out. He's got a lot of Scorpions in there as well. Might actually have some good success, but there are still a decent amount of quads out. So you've got a Vet 2-1 and a Vet 1 quad there. Even those 2 units alone could probably take out a Helix, or probably at least send it very, very low. A lot of Tank Hunters inside of there actually, causing some damage here, but that will sell for repair though, because he does have the veterancy, as you can see there. Flamers here amassed from the Firearm, and now he's kind of like got his half of the map back, because ever since that tunnel was established there, it was kind of hard. And now, oh, there's actually 2 Helixes out. I wonder how full they are though. I'm not convinced they are completely full. Okay, that one's got some in, and that one's completely empty. Yeah, he's losing trucks here on the right side. I think maybe a bunker there would have been pretty nice. Like, garrison that and drop down a bunker, and then that whole side is kind of sealed off. But Helix here coming in for the kill on the quads, but actually, ooh, he's very lucky that Helix survived, because he killed the Scorpion before the quad. He was going to kill the anti-air first, but luckily for him, yeah, the Helix survived anyway, and he did kill it all. But if that had gone down, that would have been a big, expensive loss for no reason. He should have targeted the quad first. We've got a stealth tunnel here. It's kind of good against the flamers, but the outposts will still detect the stealth tunnel, so not entirely worth it. Collected on more workers here now, 4 and 4. Still would rather see 6 or 7, but 4 is better than 3, I guess. Propaganda center going down at the top right. And on the left side, more flamers going down. A lot of these flamers not achieving anything, but some of the flamers did, so I suppose he did kill a couple of supplies with it. Yeah, it's only because they weren't properly defended. The supplies had just been made, and there was no tunnel by. But usually if there's a tunnel by, these flamers not really that strong. As tank general, yeah, you want to make him as tank because they come with a veterancy and they're cheaper. But as infantry, you want to stick primarily to outposts. Helix control again wasn't perfect, but did manage to clear that up. But quads from afar popped from the quad, popped from the tunnel rather, and took out the Helix. Yeah, expensive loss. No trucks remade on this side. Want to reclaim your economy as fast as possible. 5,200 and 3,800 for the players. NubName has got no oils now because they did get killed, but he's still collecting from the middle, so he's on 3 supplies. So as GLA, you want to be on 3 supplies, really. That's good. Good position to be in. But again, he's pulled a worker off here to build another arms dealer. And he's actually only collecting on 3. He's not replacing him as he's pulling them off. Carpet bomb now coming in. I would love to see the arms dealers cancelled rather than go down. Like almost a Fargo pop. Big damage on the carpet. He did cancel the arms dealer though and get the money back from it. Artillery now coming across from Firearm. And I like that actually. Delayed artillery. Yeah, I really like that. And I like this as well. NubName has actually sold his buildings. Now, a 1000 IQ move would have been to artillery over here, but there's no guarantee NubName would have done that. So yeah, NubName did sell. But yeah, I like how Firearm used the carpet and then used the artillery after it had hit. I really like that. Okay, so Firearms collected on 4 trucks there, only on 1 crate. I would like to see 2 of them or 3 of them pulled off and collecting here. It's not been collecting here for a hell of a long time now. Big waste, especially when your opponent is on 3 supplies. Okay, you just carpet and artillery him, it slowed him down a bit, but you can't just stay on like just that 1 supply pile. It's kind of crazy. Okay, sneaky worker here on the right side. That quad proving pretty difficult to deal with, and I think this flamer will finally deal with it. However, NubName, I noticed, is already getting the bounty money, so for the kills he's already getting the bounty, so it means he's level 3. He's placed down the CC and then cancelled the scaffold. I like that as well. Decent move. A lot of people will just, a lot of lower level people will just like place down the CC and just keep it. But actually, if you know what you're doing, you place down the CC and then cancel it. So yeah, I really like that from NubName. Very nice. The only thing I don't like is still making the Scorpions. But I suppose Firearm is still sticking with it with the Flamers. Firearm can see this one this time, here on the right side. But yeah, he's not looking anywhere near here, but this tunnel's going to get up. Probably kill the propaganda center. MiGs are now up, but there's no napalm just yet. 3 MiGs, no napalm. MiGs, what are they going to hit? Oh, they have seen this. Worker goes down, but a little bit too late to the party. So yeah, NubName is going to deal with the, what was that, with the 2 MiGs. Propaganda center going down. This is a bad move by Firearm. He did want to defend that on the right side. Carpet bomb coming in. Seemed like it was only used I was going to say a couple of minutes ago, but it seems like the cooldown actually on the carpet is only a couple of minutes anyway. So yeah, airfield going to go down here. I really can't see any way Firearm's going to win, to be honest. That carpet didn't do half the devastation that it needed to. It needed to wipe out this army, but this army alone now has killed the propagandists, killed the airfield. Big damage caused. Flamer goes down. These Scorpions are actually doing real well. Maybe he just knows that Firearm's just going to keep making these Flamers. But yeah, it shouldn't be the unit of choice. You want to, as infantry, you want to be making infantry. You want to be making outposts loaded with tank hunters and a couple of minigunners, and that's it. Maybe 1 Flamer and ECM. That composition would be doing so much better against this attacks from NubName. I've got Lotus here, trying to capture some stuff. Finally seeing some outposts now. Is that going to be a little bit too little too late? I would like to actually see that church bunker, at least with just 1 guy inside of it. But yeah, these units here are getting picked off. Don't know if he's even going to finish the war factory. Yeah, he finishes the war factory, but all of his units in return have gone down. So that's not worth it. I would like to have seen the units switch target and hit the outpost first. But nevertheless, NubName is causing big damage. Firearm does not have a lot left. He's finally collecting from trucks here. He's got a Flamer here. Just kind of chilling. That quad does need to go down, yeah, but there are more quads though. These tank hunters need to retarget and kill the quads, because the quads are what kill these. And he's also getting the veterancy and also getting the bounty money from these kills as well. So yeah, I'd say still not looking good for Firearm. I really don't know if he's going to try to win this or come back. It's looking pretty bad for him. Lotus captures the arms dealer. Mines were dropped off in front of that, so that's slowed down the production a little bit, but there is another one. Is he going to make a radar van? The correct move would be to have like a radar man and a... did I say radar man? Radar van and a quad. Outpost sent to its death. Another war factory being dropped down by Firearm. Another war factory can work, but again, it's outposts fully loaded with tank hunters that can just... I mean, they become like super battle busters. That carpet again. These carpets, man. I think it's only like 2 minutes or 2.5 minutes cooldown, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, it seems like it was only just used a second ago, but maybe I'm just got a warped sense of time at the moment or something. Got Firearms artillery. He's preemptively sold his arms dealer. Does he know that's there, or did he sell it because of the Lotus? The artillery actually misses the supply, but he had already sold it. NubName has actually almost got 10k. CC's being repaired, and Firearm has got plenty of outposts out now. It's got 4 outposts in total. But yes, the quads and the RPGs, they are anti-outpost. You just want the RPGs to pop these open, and then you come in with the quads and pick up the infantry. That's exactly what I'm talking about. The outposts being put to use there. Well, actually, they weren't even being put to use. They were just kind of left there, invisible. Of course, the enemy can't see these. He can see the ones that are firing only, but then when we can see on this view, they're actually invisible. So, yeah. I would say decent play by Firearm, but he kind of just sat there and let the units walk to their death from NubName. Wants to be careful here with the splash damage. Also probably wants to think about getting Subliminal Meshion, which increases the heal rate and the fire rate of these units. Flamer here going to stop that tunnel. But how much money has NubName got left? He's dropping down another arms dealer. Even at this late stage, you probably would be thinking by now it's time for a palace. Here is a palace. Is the second arms dealer at this stage needed? Not 100% sure. Maybe it is. If he's constantly producing out of both, then it is. But I'm not convinced he's even constantly producing out of just that one. Flamer's here. We're trying to take out the tunnels, but it does go down. So yeah, you see here, I don't even think that's constantly producing. So if that's not constantly producing, then I don't understand why you would need a second one. Why do you need a second one if you're not using that one fully? It's like... It's like having a car, not using it, and then going out and buying a second car. Why do you need a second car if you're not even using the first one? So yeah, he's got the 2 war factories now, spent 2.5k on it, but he's actually not producing actually from any of them right now. Carpet comes again. Cooldown on this thing is absolutely insane. He's finally making quads now, but as the quads are made, a carpet's going to come and bombard them. And is the radar van going to go down as well? Radar van does go down as well, so he'll have no mini-map for the next couple of minutes until he remakes it. This right side has been cleared out of tunnels. NubName is still inside of that building though. Flamer once again. Mine drop this is. Where is that one going to be? In front of the war factory again, in front of the arms dealer rather. Or on top of the arms dealer. I don't actually know, the ones inside there, I don't know if they actually spawn or not. Be interested to see when the quad pops out. See, we've got a worker here. No doubt that will get a tunnel up because it has done so far throughout this game. Outpost here from Fire. I'm going to clear out this bottom right hand side. Stinger goes down. Tunnel going down very soon. Maybe the workers could clear up the mines. Would be a good idea to put the workers to use. Don't want them getting their wages for free. Okay, there's a lot of quads here, and these workers are trying to cause splash damage to the outposts when they're firing at them. But I think all of these quads should go down. A few outposts might go down, but I think ultimately all the quads will go down. Jean Michel is now out. Bit of a waste of quads there, to be honest. Okay, looking pretty bad for NubName. He does not have a CC. So Anthrax Bomb is not going to be able to save him here. He's going to need to go for some kind of counter attack or something. Maybe with a Jarman. Maybe he could with a Jarman and decent pop in and outs of these tunnels. He could also have a lot of units queued up in these arms dealers. We can't see that. Maybe he does. We've now got possible EMP. I think that is EMP placed down on NubName's whole base. The whole base has now been shut down. And okay, so there's a few quads here. They need to go inside of the tunnel. I think with the Jarman, this should be able to be cleared up. Needs to be careful of the Jarman though, because he is taking a lot of damage. Carpet coming in again. Of course it is. Carpet coming in again, and one of the only tunnels is going to go down. Jean Michel coming in, clearing all this up, and all the outpost army has been cleared up. So it's looking pretty bad for both players right now. Another Scorpion has been produced. Jarman does need to be careful. That's quite a key unit here. I think if NubName places down a CC, uses sneak attack and Anthrax bomb, I think he can actually do this. But likewise, Firearm has got artillery coming across the map. No doubt it's going to be on the arms dealer, I think. Okay, arms dealer does get killed. Yeah, I thought I heard something invisible. It was the Lotus. Sorry, Jarman. I thought it could be a Lotus, and there actually is a Lotus. So yeah, what has Firearm got back in space? Got a CC, the prop, is almost mined out of supplies there on the left side. Claymore was the wrong way. That indicates maybe either a miss micro or there's a little bit of lag. Sometimes you can do it the wrong way in the lag. Never Flame are going to go down. Just give him more bounty money and more XP to NubName. But I really would like a CC drop down, which he has done. So we're going to see Lotus here versus Jarman. What you could do is get a worker, put it inside of that, and it'll just detect the Lotus, and you can shoot the Lotus. Gets in it now, but the Lotus has already escaped. At least he's got inside of it, though. Okay, so CC almost 70% complete. A barracks being dropped down. Are there any more money? Any more money? 2,400 and something. There's crates in the middle. Still 6k there. So yeah, I'd be trying to branch out and maybe secure these supplies for myself, but at least I think it is worth building a supply there as long as you collect with just like one worker or two workers at the maximum. It's still, you can still make a profit. A lot of quads took a lot of damage here, and he only has one tunnel now, which is back here. So yeah, probably one tunnel here with some RPGs inside of there, and one tunnel here. That'll provide an amazing defense. I can't believe that bunker there hasn't been taken by either player, because even if the inf player attacks, put a few tank hunters inside of there, it's going to be so... Ooh, Anthrax bomb. Didn't really kill that much. Carpet coming again. Of course, we're going to see the carpet again. It's going to kill a lot this time. A hell of a lot. And the Jarman. Jarman goes down, and a lot of the army. Yeah, NubName now has to go into panic mode because he doesn't really have any units. These are stealthed units, by the way. He's used a GPS scrambler. He's not repairing his buildings. Like, the palace is a really key important building, and he needs to drop down a line of tunnels here now. I'm not sure what he just spent his money on. I'm guessing it's probably units out of the arms dealer. But right now, you need to be making, like, the odd terrorist to try and guard mode, and hopefully you get a lucky hit. But yeah, a line of tunnels here, probably here. Definitely getting hold of that garrison. I know there's a lot of flamers, but it's better than just letting the flamers inside of your base. And Firearm's actually flaming his own stuff here. Fargo move. Fargo likes to flame his own stuff, as we've seen in previous replays. Got a stealth worker there. Flamer's now coming in from Firearm. I think he needs to send his outpost with it, though. Jarman Kell has also been remade. The carpet killed before. And I mean, if Firearm doesn't kill him in... Well, actually, he could long distance collect from the middle and get a supply there. Yeah, Firearm needs to kill him fast because... Doesn't... I mean, if he's not getting that supply, then he doesn't really have that much money left. He's got 3,200. He could sell his 2 war factories, make a helix. That'd finish the game right now. Sell those 2 war factories, make a helix. Otherwise, you could sell the propaganda center as well if you don't need it. But also expand to the middle, get a barracks and a bunker and stuff like that. Secure this middle area, and then you probably win the game. Trucks here could still be collecting from the middle. Got Jarman Kell inside of an outpost. Not sure how often I've seen that. If ever. Okay, game is slowed down. The supply trucks on the right side are going to go and try to collect some of this, which actually NubName has invested the money on. So that'll be annoying if the trucks actually collect some of his money from there. Yeah, it was definitely only worth making 3. Sorry, 1 or 2 workers. Definitely not worth making 4 now. Watch him go and make 4 now. There's no way. Yeah, but annoying for him, the trucks are actually stealing some supplies as well. But yeah, Firearm, big mistake. He could be collecting from the middle. If you're struggling for money, sell one of these war factories if they're not doing anything. Also, you could sell that supply. and remake it here. Carpet coming in again. A lot of workers going to die, and a unit's going to die that comes out there as well. It was a toxin tractor. A lot of these buildings are very damaged now. Palace still damaged. These are on fire. Artillery coming in. That's no doubt going to be between those two buildings. I laugh if it's on the palace and he's just sold those two buildings. Okay, yeah, sometimes selling those, it's a bit of a risk, because you can either double damage yourself because you've sold off your buildings and you lose the palace, like is just done there, or you can make the artillery miss and you've saved a bit of money. So it's a big risk. You have to be pretty sure about where it's going to hit. So yeah, he's made a big mistake there. Sold his arms dealer and the supply. I think unless you're really advanced and you know exactly where it's going to hit, like you're an advanced thinking player, you know where it's going to hit, then I probably would just stick by the rule of just keep your buildings. Like it doesn't matter if you hit the artillery fire. It doesn't matter if it's going to guaranteed hit here. Just let it do it, because otherwise you can double screw yourself. Scientific term for it. Okay, another flamer here for firearm. The game has slowed down a hell of a lot. I mean, with this Jarman out and with these Scorpions, I don't really know what Firearm's going to do. Firearm's actually just letting NubName get these supplies. But again, he keeps making the same mistake of building a supply before a tunnel is established. You want to get a tunnel, repair these buildings, secure that area, and then drop down the supply. You never, ever want to drop down a supply with no tunnel. I still see people doing it on DEFCON. I see pro players doing it on DEFCON, or supposed pro players doing it on DEFCON. Build a supply in the middle and no tunnel. Unless it's stealth, unless you're stealth, which I'm not sure. No, it's not stealth. Unless you're going to make it stealth and invisible. Actually, he has got an invisible worker because of the because of the GPS scrambler. But yeah, that supply once again has not paid for itself. Huge error. Huge error. Sneak attack. It's going to be too late. Okay, EMP comes in and disables some buildings. It was a fake arms dealer anyway. These trucks now are finally collecting off the middle. But now there's a sneak attack there. One hacker is made. I can hear somewhere. Carpet coming in again. It's going to be on the war factory. It will kill it. It's a fake. It'll die real easy. Let's go down. There's the hacker, by the way, in front of the CC. Flamer goes down to these Scorpions. Must be like the 30th Flamer or something. These are invisible Scorpions, but the Outpost has detected them because they do detect stealth. Sean McKell comes out, saves the day, but the Scorpions have already gone down. Anthrax bomb coming in. It's going to land on the trucks. Will it kill the hacker? No, just out of range of the hacker. Really lucky hacker. It comes to probably about there or something. But again, yeah, the supply being dropped down. No forward tunnels, no defensive tunnels at all. There is a barracks up, so we can afford some tunnels, but this is pretty much the only money on the map. So if you drop down a line of tunnels here, 1, 2, 3, and repair this building and bunker it, you've probably won the game just based on that position. But if you don't build the tunnels to defend it, like this now, it's honestly completely pointless. You want to drop down the tunnels first. Okay, he's got a Jarman in one of these outposts, I think. We will be able to clear this, but he's still not collecting. Okay, so Jean Michel does clear up all his minigunners. Waiting for the artillery again and the carpet bomb, the inevitable carpet bomb. Again, no line of tunnels here. It's going to probably detect the Lotus with the Outpost. Does, and the Lotus runs away. Another arms dealer being dropped down, but this time it is a fake again. Yeah, lack of tunnels here. And what Firearm should be doing? Like, Firearm is in a very desperate situation now. He has nothing. Okay, he's got these flamers on the right that he's not even using. They're pretty much his only units as well. So yeah, that's a big mistake. Just not using your only units on the map. There's nothing else to be controlling at the moment. Carpet bomb coming in. Okay, Flamer's finally moving out. But what Firearm needs to be doing is selling off buildings. Like, if you've got 2 war factories and you've got no money, sell 1 war factory, get 1,000. Supply goes down. Survives to the hole. Artillery coming now. And a sneak attack has been deployed here. Artillery's going to be on the arms here. Lucky he kills it though, because it wasn't even dead center. CC goes down, and actually blue only now has a supply. That's all he has. Beacon was placed. They did have an observer here, fake spell. Maybe he's beaconing that to say that's my last building. Look at me. But yeah, Firearm has just used his support power. However, there are now quads in his base. Where is that going to be? Is that mines? Ooh, it's on top of the 2 outposts. That's a dangerous spot to be. I think there's a Jean Kell inside of there. I think there's a Jean and an RPG. Flamer here now from NubName. Going to take out the buildings. Propaganda center is now sold. And actually, we're going to come down to literally the last 2 buildings. Where is the Lotus? Lotus could finish blue. Unless blue has got another worker. He needs to make another worker and drop down some scaffold somewhere quick, because they're his last 2 buildings, and he can still win. Can still win. It depends on the support powers. I don't know how Firearm's going to win. His outpost is still stuck. Could use the workers also to clear the mines. One of them does manage to get off the mines. But yeah, if he doesn't drop down a new building, there's a new building going down for Firearm on the right side. I would like to see a new CC actually drop down rather than a supply. Which I'll come on to it in a sec. Because, for example, let's say this supply finishes, which is gonna finish, but what use is that building? It's absolutely of 0 use. But if he cancels that now, he's got 2.5k. So let's say you've got a sneaky CC over here on the right somewhere, or up on this mountain, or down here, or wherever. Then if that CC then goes down, you've then got another CC to use your support power. Support power is the only way you're going to win a building. Carpet comes in and kills the supply, but no worker was taken off the supply line. So yeah, he's surviving on 1 scaffold. Why? What's he said there? Worker hunted. Well, he wasn't worker hunted. You left them on your only key target. He wasn't. Worker hunted implies that Firearm deliberately went out of his way to try and find the workers. He's worker hunted himself because he left his workers there. So now there's going to be an RPG, probably kill this last scaffold, and I think blue is out. Okay, that even could have been a CC and could have cemented his victory even more, but there's no way he can stop this. There's no way. GG. So yeah, he said worker hunted, but he's worker hunted himself. He cost himself his own game there. I think with those quads on the right side, Firearm only made a supply. I think he could have killed the supply pretty easy. And if both players had reacted that way, then Firearm's correct maneuver would have been to build a CC on that right side rather than the supply. Because the correct move for blue would have been to kill the CC with the quads and then go looking for the last building. But by that point, Firearm would have had another CC. Could have used mines, carpet, anything to save his CC, his new CC from the 2 quads. But yeah, NubName left his workers in his only key spot. Where is Firearm going to use that carpet? Where has he used this carpet before? It's only going to be on that supply. So yeah, he needed to pull workers off, send them to the corners of the map, build a barracks or build whatever you need to do. But yeah, he let himself down there, I think. But what a super epic game. 34 minutes and down to the last supply and scaffold. I suppose Firearm did still have a dozer, so he could have built like another 2 barracks or something like that, or maybe 1 barracks and maybe a minigunner or a rocket or something like that. So yeah, really epic play. Didn't really know who was going to win that until the end. Firearm gets the win this time, despite actually collecting less money. Oh no, actually he collected more money, but actually yeah, destroyed less units. Actually very evenly matched players there. Very interesting. I don't know if this is from some kind of challenge or just a regular 1v1 or a clan wars or something. But yeah, super epic game. GG, well played to both players. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.